Happy New Year! Happy new season, as we're about to be in the offseason for our New England Patriots franchise, where we just got done defeating the Rams by 3, which thus had us complete the 2-peat, trying to now go for the 3-peat, which we have not done for any franchise in channel history. And to do that, we are going to need to add a little bit of talent, because even though we feel like we have easily the best team in the league, we also barely beat the Rams. I mean, it was a close game throughout, and obviously, guys like Stevenson, the regression point is going to be here. And with that being said, Brooks, maybe he's ready to take the reins. I'm not really sure. But Stevenson now being 29, about to be 30, that regression could be tough. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to replenish him. 30 years old is a pretty fair cutoff point for pretty much every running back almost ever. Just about. Not all of them, but most of them. And then we also have a couple of names that might just be leaving through free agency. I can't remember the exact names, but I remember seeing a few. Was Onwenu on that list? I can't remember, but we'll take a look in a moment here as, of course, the offseason is about to begin. Also, if you want to see the preseason as soon as tomorrow, 300 likes on the video, and we will do that. If not, it'll probably be a rebuild of some sort, and then we'll have preseason on Saturday. Regardless, though, let's get into this long, important offseason to try and get that 3-peat. All right, let's first take a look at retirements. Might have had a couple of guys on the list. Oh, Joe Thuney and Khalil Mack go. That is a bit disappointing, especially for Joe Thuney, as I felt like he could have easily played another year. Gets to retire on the Patriots, which is pretty cool, but also just with a ring in general. And then Khalil Mack, who actually, down the stretch there before the Super Bowl itself, actually had to play as the starting edge. And, he's been on the team as a backup for a couple of seasons now, and it sucks to see him go as well. We do have some storylines, but here we go. Let's take a look at the potential regressions in dev and overall. Stevenson likely going to be facing some of that, and he will. Loses 2 overall. Feel like he should still be a superstar, though. He's definitely played like one. What are his ratings? 89 speed, so he doesn't really lose much. I think this is a pretty damn fair regression point. If anything, he probably deserves to regress more than this. So, honestly, I think that's fair. I think that's fine. Do we change the dev, though? That's up to you guys. I think personally, as a 30-year-old player, with the injuries starting to pile up a little bit, still had a great season, but not up to snuff, right? Like, if you look at the trajectory from 2024 to now, to the last season, yes, the yards per carry is still there. The touchdowns are higher, but the yards, the injuries do kind of point towards a guy that, the wear and tear has added up. The longevity is starting to fall apart a little bit. So let me know what you guys think. I still think he's a really good player, but does he deserve superstar? Does he deserve X Factor still? I don't know. Personally. Of course, looking at left guard, that is a position we will need to fill. Defensively, we see that Ojulari and Uche both dropped down from X Factor, which I think is probably a little harsh. They both were 12 sacks, double-digit sack guys. That kind of did deserve those devs. Do I think they're X factors, though? Probably not, right? Probably not. Superstar, I feel. Or maybe Uche deserves the drop-off. I know he got injured, but I think Uche does deserve to drop to star, whereas Ojulari, I think we should fix that. I think Ojulari should, personally, in my opinion, be superstar. So I think with Uche being injured a lot, his dev dropping a star, I think edge is probably going to be the first position we go for, assuming there's someone worth taking. But every other dev, I think, is fine. I think even as far as Stevenson goes, I think that's fair. Brooks dropping, though, that's just stupid. He literally was a rookie, dude. That's the reason why I don't like dev. So now you can understand why I don't like using dev regression. A guy who was a rookie just dropped down from superstar X Factor to star. How does that make any sense? How does it make sense, a guy that is a rookie? Do they expect all rookies to just go straight off? I don't know. But at the same time, I'll probably need to fix a lot of the devs across the league for guys that deserve to still be, some of the league's best, some of the league's premier guys that, are superstar, are X Factor. Some guys that maybe should have went up to X Factor or superstar and didn't. But as you can see, Stevenson is actually one of the best running backs in the league, pure overall-wise. Drops down to star anyways. I mean, at the end of the day, sooner or later, every guy's going to, regress. I think 30 for a running back is pretty fair, so we'll see what you guys think. Media availability, this is going to be something to do with the actual draft itself. Not really sure what we're aiming for, though. I know we want this position, that position, but are we looking for a high overall right away? Are we looking for a high overall later? I think we're usually the gem type of team, so make a splash and upgrade the roster. Make sure we win the draft. Make sure we win the draft. I mean, we're draft and develop every day of the week, baby. I think it's pretty obvious what a damn means. It means we're in a draft of freaking sleeper. 75 overall in the rounds 5 through 7. That might be a little bit of a tall task, but I think we can land at least 175 overall. And then we have an offensive coordinator message. If we can get Stevenson on that list, absolutely going to do it. Who do we got? And it is Stevenson, who I can't remember his damn... Why did I not look at that first? I can't remember the damn thing. All right, here we are with Stevenson. What are your off-season workout plans? Juke move, stiff arm, trucking defenders, vision as a runner. I like those things, but considering you've just regressed in speed and acceleration again, we're going to be working on those things instead. He does appear, I'm pretty sure, to be a team player, so we're going to go with team player. You definitely know me. Okay, I'm convinced. I'll let you know how much progress I make next season. Hell yes, dude. So we'll have a chance at that speed returning. I think if we can get a speed upgrade, I'm going to make the argument to put him at least back at Superstar. I know we all have like an attachment to him, but is it fair to keep him going at 30? Yeah, it is. Let's just do it, dude. He's still one of the best, right? He made the Pro Bowl again, didn't he? I'm pretty damn sure he did. When does that even show up? He was a Pro Bowler, so yeah. I mean, he's a Pro Bowler. He's just another Super Bowl champion. He goes to Superstar. Maybe not X Factor, but Superstar. I think Superstar is still fair for him. I think these are going to be his maybe Steamroller's a little bit too much. That is how he's played, though. Steamroller, tank, and goal line back, I think, are going to be his abilities. I think anything with pure trucking is going to be a little bit too strong. He still looks good. Still going to be our starter. That's all I can really say about that. We also have a mock draft, which is going to put us right at the end of the first... 18? Excuse me? Do we have an extra first-round pick I'm unaware of? There was at no point where we pick 18. What? I'm so confused by that. Did they just project us to, like, lose first round, even though we didn't even have a first round to play? That's crazy. Okay, I don't know what they're doing there, but let's go to the re-signings now. You have an idea of, who we want to keep. I think we've taken care of almost all the contracts. But yeah, Joe Tooney retiring, Khalil Mack retiring. Kind of unfortunate, especially, obviously, for Joe, because, well, he was that guy. He was the starting left guard. We also have to hire some... oh, my God, the OC and the DC left as well. That's unfortunate. All of our boosts are gone now. Okay, we're going to have to dial this one in and make sure we got somebody that can have, like, a speed upgrade to running back or something to do with quarterback. Well, that's... why would they... I guess, to be fair, you're a Super Bowl team. Your freaking talent's going to be gone. All right, so you have the options of two. You have Allen or Davidson. Allen is a quarterback-heavy guy, and then Davidson's a running back-heavy guy, which I think that the running back speed is what we need the most. 193 franchise points. Should be able to get that speed back in no time. Do we go juke move, or do we go acceleration? I think change direction excel is a little bit stronger, so we are going to be going on that right side. Just want to get back to that speed boost if possible. It is very costly, though, as you can see. We're going to get the speed back. We only have 65 points, though. We definitely want to get excel, change direction, agility up, but want to make sure that whoever we on the defensive side of the ball, we can get those up as well. Looking probably for, like, cornerback speed, if not cornerback, like we've just seen right there. This guy. Okay, well, we already got our guy. We don't even need to look any further. Rios. Is that not... I swear, Sammy Rios. That sounds so familiar. Is that not somebody maybe we interviewed beforehand? But, of course, you got linebackers and speed for corners. So that's perfectly fine. We also got a huge boost for signing a new guy, which means we can get right back to the speed for these corners. That is not what I wanted to do. I want to get to my speed. And we are now down to 42 points, which I suppose we'll probably put into acceleration. Max that out, and boom. I actually think our running backs might even be better off than they were before. Am I crazy? All I know is Stevenson's 89 speed, 90 excel. That's A-okay. Really good trucking, solid stiff arm, really good juke and spin. I mean, you got to give it up to him. I know, like, we lost the dev, but he really didn't regress that hard. I think last year was significantly worse, right? 89 speed, 90 excel is pretty damn fair to me. So I'm not going to change any of his ratings, that's for sure, especially at 30. But Superstar, I think, is fair. We're going to be going across the league and changing some devs as well. I think some guys deserve to climb up a little bit, especially if they've regressed this offseason. But we have a player meeting. I don't know who the hell we're going to be meeting with here, but let's find out. It's probably going to be someone so irrelevant, and they want to change their style for no reason. Jalen Polk, telling me my what? Should be what? What's your motivation? Yeah, what is your motivation? I don't believe that strongly in anything. Okay. What should I be motivated by? Winning, probably? I want you to care about winning. I want you to care about a scheme fit. I want you to care about being a starter. I think the starter is the smart one. Winning is what I'm going to say, though. He shouldn't care. He's already got 2. Nice. Polk is him, though. Let's be real. He's motivated by winning now. What a guy. And hopefully we can get some speed back for Stevenson in the offseason, like preseason era. But, of course, we do have some backups. We didn't pay Dial, which we probably should. Peppers, I think he's regressed too hard. We're going to need a new safety. Mapu is a good special teamer, but I don't really want to pay him. Milton's okay. I don't want to pay him either. So we're losing a lot of backups, especially at safety. Allen was decent, though. I kind of almost want to choose Allen over Keaton Mitchell. Like, Mitchell is a good player on paper, but he's never been good on the field. So fast. I don't know what it is. He just always gets tackled easily. He just doesn't hit the hole hard. I'm not really sure. What about Joey Sly? Has he regressed any? Still looking strong to me. I don't see any regression points. So with Joey Sly being as good as he is, I mean, there's no point not to re-sign him. 1-year deal worth 4.4. Sounds good to me. Dial's probably going to be another guy that we do aim at. But let's take a look at Pat Ricard. Let's see what his ratings dropped. He lost nothing significant. What's the run block is decent. Trucking, it's not that good at trucking. I mean, we've got Dunn now, but I just don't know if Dunn is really that fall-forward guy, but I'm going to live with it. Left tackle, I think, is fine to let go. Mekhi Becton. I wouldn't hate a 1-year deal here worth 7. Nice. I love that. We at least have a guard now in case we sell in the draft or the offseason. But also, he is a good player. So that's all that really matters there. Bell has put up some decent numbers for us over the years. Don't hate him. Marquise Allen, he's fast, got a really good juke move. I think Allen is going to be the guy we actually go for instead of Keaton Mitchell. So a 2-year 7 takes the deal, worth it. 33 mil left, got to be careful in case we do want to spend a little in free agency. I can let Mapu go. Linebackers on this team really haven't played a whole lot anyways. Safety, Nick Cross is probably a little bit better of an option than Weston, but Weston is younger, so if you're going to get a guy that actually is going to play significant time, might be the better option. 82 zone, 71 man. How does that compare to Cross, who's obviously 2 years older with definitely worse ratings? Don't want to lose all these safeties because, we're losing like 3 of them this offseason. I might go Weston. What's the hit power? 80 hit power. Injury is good, so it's not going to, it's not going to be a guy they're going to lose injury probably. I'll do a 1 year if he wants to. A 1-year 6. I think 1-year 6 is perfectly fine for both sides. There you go. 27 mil, though, so we're getting low. Marcellus Dial. The guy is really talented. He's put up a couple of numbers for us. Last year, we had Collins kind of playing the slot a little bit more. If I can get him on a 2-year 12, I'm going to keep him, but I don't know if he's going to accept it. He took it. All right, we have 22 mil left. Still need a left guard, sort of. Our depth definitely took a hit. I mean, we lost some Mac. We're about to lose Osai. We lost a couple of tight ends, some O-line. But we kept intact the core guys that have to be here. All right, so $22 million. And we're headed into the offseason here. Christian McCaffrey at 32 years old is an 89 overall superstar. Leapfrog, evasive, and backfield master. Still got really good abilities. Would love to bring someone like McCaffrey in, but unfortunately, it's just, he doesn't really look the same. It really doesn't. He's still good, receiver. Juke move and spin move are all right, especially when you factor in evasive, but 88 speed, 88 excel, I suppose you would get up to 90, 91 if we brought him in. What is his, like... Yeah, I mean, that's a guy that should have regressed a lot harder than he did. What's his ask? I mean, I'll throw an offer on there maybe. I really don't need running back, though. Like, we're like a one-back team. I don't know if I'm going to keep that offer on, especially when you have a Wyatt Teller sitting there. Cooper DeJean is interesting. Pierce Saul. Ooh, Chop Robinson. Okay, so McCaffrey's not going to be the guy. What about Chop Robinson? Where the hell is he? I already freaking passed him up. A lot of offers on him. Let's take a look at what his ratings look like. Looks really good. Stats. Only 6 sacks. I don't know if that's worth it, but he would be in a 4-3, so he'd drop down a little bit. Jaden Hicks, don't really need safety that bad. DT. Left tackle Gerard is solid. Do you really want to go with a young offensive lineman, though? Because if I don't go with Wyatt Teller, someone here in the offseason, in the free agency, we're going to be rocking with a rookie, which, I mean, hasn't necessarily not worked out for us. We have Wyatt Teller, it's going to cost us almost all of our money if we want him. Let's take a look at what his ratings look like. He is a very good power blocker, very good pass block and run block guy. It's weird to see finesse be so high for run block, whereas pass block finesse isn't. Little all over the place, but he is really good. Did he recently drop in dev? But nice if he was superstar, man. There is a chance to go for Wyatt here. We'd be a little broke, but we could pull it off, I think. Let's just offer the base 15 and see where we're at. We are the highest team. We would get Wyatt Teller, another brand new guard. Do we want to do that, though? We are going to be kind of broke here. Edge is pretty bad. We're definitely drafting edge at some point. I don't want to reach. I want to get a first rounder probably, but if there's not a first rounder, I'm not going to just reach in there for nothing. But that is the idea, I think. And then Chop Robinson, man, he is interesting. Very interesting. No block shed, but 90 finesse with all that speed is something. Like, we don't exactly save money trading off Uche, but I kind of want to go Chop and trade off Uche for like a second-round pick. I think he's easily worth a second-round pick. He's like 90 in almost everything. It's just the injury concerns. I think we throw Wyatt Teller to the wind, assuming Chop is actually obtainable here. I'd offer a little bit more on him, obviously. What are we looking at per year here? 17. We can afford that. Let's see what the offer is looking like. Ooh, it's more of a freaking battle than Wyatt. Like, I'm going for whoever I think I can get. I mean, sure, we have a chance to get Wyatt or Chop here, but if it's not looking like almost a guaranteed thing, I'm not going to do it. We are the highest team with 5 mil left. Could restructure someone else as well to get to this point. 25 years old, 84 overall. Man, I don't know. He hasn't really shown much, though. That's the problem. What's his injuries? 89 injury, 81 toughness, 82 stamina. How does that compare to Uche? Because I imagine Uche is not actually an injury-prone player. He has become one, even if his ratings don't, reflect that. This is tough, dude. I really think Chop would be a guy. So Uche is a little bit lower on the injury list at 84. What about Ojulari? If he's in the 90s, 88. So we can see that he's almost the exact as Chop. I don't know. Maybe I should just go with a rookie. Keep Uche there. Go with a rookie. Save the money and put it on Wyatt. Edge isn't necessarily a problem, but we could just have Chop. I'm going to go Wyatt Teller. I want the guard. We run to that side of the ball as well, so it just makes sense. Will we get him, though? No one else is really fighting for him. I don't think we're going to spend money elsewhere. I don't think we can spend money elsewhere. You can see Jabril has no offers. He wants to come back so badly. I mean, I'd be willing to offer him a real sad low ball. A 1 year 2.5. That's not even bad, to be honest, but 1 year 2.5 just because I have some attachment there. But outside of that, that's really where I'm at with that. Cornerback could use an extra. We did get Dial, but we lost Booth. Booth played a little bit last season. Linebackers up there. I think that's the two we're going to go for. Or the two. Mainly Wyatt Teller, though. Let's see if we get them as we do get Wyatt Teller. 1 year 16. Our left guard position is solved. And it looks like Jabril Peppers is going to LA. Best of luck to him. Obviously, threw that offer in there. Want to join us? Great. If not, best of luck to him. Wyatt Teller, new left guard. Another veteran, sitting in that left guard spot, which I think is awesome. Don't have to worry about left guard yet again. We have Mekhi Becton to play all across the line in case an injury exists. We are a bit broke, but at the same time, we don't have anyone else to pay this season. Arguably, anytime in the future, I guess our backups could suffer a little bit, but we might be able to move some money up if we really want to. Like maybe Polk gets himself a restructure here, calling a restructure favor there, just to give us a little bit of leniency this season. A guy like Teller is going to be gone next season potentially, so that's 15 mil off the books. So pushing that money now is okay, I think, as we are pretty much about to start the scouting process. Not a whole lot of positions we need, so some of them you might not actually see a scout, but O-line, I guess I'll keep an open mind on, and then defensively, pass rush, that's really a huge one. I know Barmore has played okay, he's a high overall, but DT's also not off my radar completely. Corner wouldn't hurt, I suppose, backup safety, backup linebacker, but yeah, edge, I think, is easily the number one need. Could even see a trade up. I still don't know where they're getting this pick 18 from. Did we not just win the Super Bowl? Like, what is happening here? Like, we just won the Super Bowl, right? Like, why do we have pick 18? I don't even know. But let's get into this scouting process. Also, a backup quarterback wouldn't hurt. Of course, we're not going to be scouting that high at quarterback, but some of these guys near the bottom of the list might be interesting. Fowler. Let's take like a Fowler real quick. You know what? Let's scout these last. I want to scout the positions we absolutely need first and foremost. Then we'll go and look around. A lot of 23-year-olds on this line. And then the one guy that is 22 isn't really an edge rusher, unfortunately. We can see that there's a little bit of finesse there, some awareness. Grant Clayton, the 23-year-old, B finesse, a lot of athleticism. 1 to 2 true. I mean, it is nice to have these trues on there. Mike Devine, 1 to 2 true talent as well. Not as fast, but is good. We have Cadet, who's a day 3, unfortunately. Finesse is a B. Not going to be a guy that we're going to be going for. A couple of day 3s in here, but once again, all on the older side of 23. Not the end of the world, but still, it is obviously lesser than to have those. But I suppose that Cadet we just looked at, he'd be on the list. We have a day 3 here as well. Day 3 is at least usable. This guy looks pretty good, actually, with his B play rec. Not very fast, though. 306. Big fella. Don't really like him, though. Nationally, right end, we have Luke Walker. He's a round 1, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. Top 5, unfortunately, as a round 1. Looks to be really, really good. But I do not think that's going to be an option for us, as he is a bit high. I don't think that pick 18 that they're saying we have is going to be anywhere near true. Wilder, too slow for my book. I mean, if I'm going to be betting on players that are 2 to 3, there sure as hell aren't going to be slow players, because that's just, multiple, there's multiple outs that we had that we should have been like, hey, why are you doing this? Why are you going for this guy? Alexander, good speed, A awareness. I think Alexander's on the list. I'm going to take another look at Little. Kind of shrugged him off a little bit. I mean, I don't like those other ratings, to be honest. That's kind of why we went away from that. Spidell. He's another weird kind of player. Not the fastest in the world, but maybe on the list as a 2 to 3. It's fair that he's projected where he's supposed to go, whereas the other guys are, more questionable risks you're taking. You also see that UDFA there right near the end here, looking like a steal, a gem, if you will. Lance Middleton, decently athletic, 6 foot tall, A power move, A tackle. Could be one of those superstar types, so Middleton, if I don't draft him, I allow you guys to troll me till the end of time. Whether he starts or not is a different story. But yeah, he deserves to be drafted for sure. A couple of DTs in here. John Redmond, very good finesse, good tackle, very athletic. He looks like a player that's probably worth taking if we have the draft pick for him. Demetrius Brown, very strong, A finesse, B block shed, 3 to 4. Another really good pick there. 24 years, 23, 24 years old. I think we do need to get away from like, oh, I can't take them, they're too old, because there are some really good players in there. If I'm going to be choosing between a 22 and a 23, and that 23 has star dev, you basically are arguing that, they're almost equal, if not that, older guy is better because he's going to develop quicker. And at 23 years old, it's not too old to start, you know. And we have a really big dude here in Kent. Not really the scheme fit for us. Marquise Weaver, play Rex there. I like the play Rex, so we'll take a look in there. Tackles up there. Big fella again. Where was he projected to go? Day 3 as well. So, I mean, if he's a UDFA type or something, maybe. But for a position I don't really need, or not even a position, but a style of player I don't really need, it's probably not worth it, right? We have some pretty good outside linebacker, edge players. Let's take a look at Mr. Daniel Trapp. Good speed is okay. I'd prefer to not lose pure speed going with a new player. That guy's just terrible speed. He could be a superstar X-Factor, wouldn't matter, because I'm just not, I'm not going to be risking on a guy. Look at the speed there. I'm not going to be risking on a guy that isn't fast, I'm risking no matter what when I don't know about them, but if they're not fast on top of it, then it's like, okay, well, now I've really taken that risk. But, of course, it's an edge rusher. It doesn't matter as much, so we'll keep an open mind as much as possible. Looking at this outside linebacker group, though, these linebackers look pretty damn good. Very fast, some pretty good key ratings in there for the most part. I can live with this. This is not bad. Let's take a look at Steven Smart, 6'3", 21 years old. Good speed across the board, not great, though. Linebacker, a top 5 projected middle linebacker. What are we looking at here? Super athlete. Agility isn't there, though. Excel's not the best either, but he is a solid-looking player. Speed, looking at some of those potentials, I could see the top 5. I could see it. Would we ever do that? No. Bayless, super fast. Going to be on my list. You can argue just pure speed is, we don't have the speed. Why am I scouting so early? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter about the pro day. It's about the same. We will advance 1 week here just to guarantee it. But basically, if they're, a 4.5, the worst they can ever drop to is like 4.6, which is still really fast. So I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, we probably should be going 1 more week. Completely forgot to go 1 more week here. But yeah, looking good. This is a really fast class, especially at the linebacker side. I mean, we see tons of these guys. Don't know if these are positions I need to really be focusing on. Let's go combine instead. 4.56 is pretty quick. 4.45 for this UDFA. Stephen Pickens. Great speed. Other ratings are kind of lacking a little bit. Who was the other guy? McLeod. We'll take one look at McLeod. 24 years old. Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. I do not know about that. We got a top 5. No, that's middle linebacker. Why the hell did a right trigger not register? Thank you. 1-2 for Rudd. AJ Rudd could be the most realistic option at edge. Good speed. Did not participate. And I imagine that means he's not going to participate in the pro day either. Good speed, good change of direction. Everything else is bad. But look at the block shit. Look at the power move. Look at the awareness. Look at the pursuit. Do we take that chance on him? I don't know. Definitely going to have to scout him further. He has definitely intrigued me quite a bit. We have Benson, who's also really, really fast. What about Hawley? John Hawley. Very athletic as well, but once again, you got to be careful. Right outside linebacker, left outside linebacker. Their eliteness of speed is going to be lower ratings than a middle linebacker's eliteness in speed. So you got to be careful with those. Even like the 4.52s says he's elite, but you never know. I'm going to put him on my list, obviously, though, because he's UDFA. Could be a good, solid backup. Corner, not a bad-looking group of corners. Got some speed here as well. I don't think we'll be going first-rounder, so we'll put on Tomlinson because he's a potential late first-rounder, but I don't think we're going to go first-round cornerback. We're going edge for sure. Even if it's a position that we like, the guy that we don't like, we end up starting Uche. I want that depth. We've seen time and time again, these edge rushers, they get injured. Lambert, another 6'4", would be ridiculous. Looking just like McKenzie. Definitely going to be on my list. Will we ever actually take him, though? Who knows? Taj Sampson, very speedy. Could be a safety. Can never have enough safeties, I suppose. 4.42 for this 6'3" guy. Not very fast. He's pretty bad. Wagner at 4.61. What is this? He is horrible. Yeah, at this point, we're going to be kind of ignoring the really slow guys. It's just, there's no point, right? There's going to be a dime a dozen of different players in different positions. If you're not fast, especially as a DB, why even give them a chance? Rayshawn Johnson, not as fast as that 4.37 looks to appear. Benjamin Godfrey, B, man coverage. Decent athleticism. He'll be on my list. McAllister, 4.47. I think when you get into the 4.5s as a corner, especially when you're not even that tall, problems do arise. So we got 2 McAllisters here, actually. Yeah, that 4.5. Once you get that 4.5, especially as a corner, safety, you can probably get away with it. But as a corner, it's like, they're probably not worth going anymore. Frank Tull, solid. It's just a bunch of non-athletic players that have to compete against players that are athletic. So it's like, why would I develop a guy that isn't fast when I can just do the same for a different player that actually has that higher top-end speed? And then the last kind of guy we're going to scout here, I think, Webster. I'll look at the rest of the corners myself because the list is extensive. Some speed does kind of climb into here. Where do we got? Everyone else is pretty low. So I guess only the last player I want to see is that 4.35 guy. We do have those other 4.47s, but for this guy, great speed. He's a UDFA, so, he's tall, UDFA. Why wouldn't I put him on my board? And then we have Bullard real quick, 4.44, across the board. Kind of like him. I kind of like Montel Bullard. And by Bullard, I mean Ballard. And now we have a bunch of safeties. I don't expect to be grabbing safeties this high, but I'm going to throw on the list all the guys that are fast enough to take, and then we'll scout them in reverse and see if they're worth actually taking. Like Rankin here, fast enough to take. Raw, but fast enough. That's really what matters there. Leach, somewhat raw, but he does have the man coverage. Fast enough. Stamper, 4.44. A man coverage obviously looks promising. Might even be someone we actually take. Then we have George Johnson, a really good player as well. Super athletic, probably the front runner now of the safeties. And then Mr. Keelan Benjamin, very raw. Good speed, good enough to be on the board, but probably not good enough for us to take. And then we look at the strong safety position, which is just decimated. You got yourself a tall, really slow safety. Maybe they see him as a linebacker, I don't know. An even slower safety here with McMillan. I have never seen a worse position group in my life. Like, everyone in this class is insanely slow at strong safety, and they're just not even that good anyways. Zaire Banks, he's okay. And then we have Lamar Freeman, 23 years old as well. Good speed, B-man coverage, UDFA, good enough to make the board. But we have taken care of all the defenders. Now we look on the offensive side of the ball. I'm not really too worried about the actual athleticism ratings of quarterbacks, but I am curious about their ability as passers. Did we take a look at Josh Fowler? C medium, throw power solid, A short, not really liking that. Wish I could sort by actual throw power. That would be awesome. Kenny Smith was another guy that got on my list here a little bit. Decent throw power. I'm not a huge fan, unfortunately. And then do we have anyone else? Quarterback class, got to say, does look a bit weak. We have Hartwell. I like Warren Hartwell's front looks pretty good here. Good throw power, so I'll put him on my list. Not really saying much, but give myself an option here. As far as everyone else goes, though, they look pretty bad. I got to be honest, they look pretty bad. Livingston, marginal throw power. These guys are really rough. And, of course, the draft class for quarterbacks is very thin. Flannery, weak throw power. Really, all I've got is one quarterback that I'm willing to take, that isn't one of the top guys. And if they are, they fall to the third round, I can easily just scout them during the draft. Not a good quarterback class at all. So if you needed one, oof. Now looking at running backs, we have updated our list to include the pro days. A lot of fast running backs in here. Some really fast ones. 4.42. Once you start to get down this list, it's kind of like, okay, these guys are pretty iffy. Let's random. Joe Clancy, solid speed. He's not bad for a power back, but I don't know if I like that. Put Clancy on the list, but everyone else, I don't know about that. What about Fleming? 5'11", super jukeable, not the fastest. Could go to first round, but even this 3 to 4, I don't even know if I'll go for that because we really just don't need running back that bad. But Parrish deserves to still be on the list. I know he's raw with the trucking, but athleticism's there, and the juke moves, they're very hidden. Unfortunately, you can really not see how good of a juke player they are. really just any player, honestly. It's really hard to see how good they are at juking and all that because every running back is in that 70 to 80 range. So how do you differentiate a 77 and a 78? You got to probably change their grades, and that's kind of crazy. Really good running backs, though. I mean, there's some athleticism in there. We're seeing a little bit of that juke ability, the trucking from some of these players. Conley, very weird plays, a 4.36, but the left side is saying he's nowhere near that. So we're going to take him off the list, but I do want to see him just to see how true that actually was, which I think it will be. Bush, the speed is good. Excel, not so much. Cool name, though. Then we have Justin Lacey. Ball carrier vision's not good, but everything else looks decent. Solid speed. Excel's good, though, but is that good enough? I don't think so. I really don't. I really don't. But let's take a look at Truman now. 23 years old. Good speed. Will we take him? Probably not, but he's on the board there. Some of these guys are starting to fall off a little bit here in their actual talent. 6 foot tall, solid speed. Obviously, Floyd's going to be off the list now. Not a guy that really looks that good in my opinion. And then the final player, I believe, is going to be Luke Willis, who also just not very fast. So, I mean, the guy that we're looking at the most, I believe, was Justin Brown. If there's going to be a guy we take, it's Justin Brown. He's also in a really good spot of day 3, so we can take him at the end of the 3rd, early 4th. I think that's going to be our position, if that's who we're going to go for. Let's look at Harrell as well. Did we look at Harrell? We did not. He looks terrible, too. So, running back, there's some options. A couple of guys in that 3 to 4, day 3 round-ish. If we want a running back, that's where we're going to go with it. But really, we don't need a running back. Wide receiver, I mean, there's Joe Small, who's 6'4", by the way. Just not a position of need, but Joe Small looks so good. How do you pass on him? I don't know. Polk, he's a good boundary guy. He's 6'2". Could play the slot, though. Problem is we have Douglas, and Douglas is really good in the slot. So, I mean, we're going to scout this, I think, on my own, as it's probably not a position we're going to invest much into. So, don't want to invest too much of the video's time into it. We're probably going to be looking at the later day 3 guys, maybe find some speed. And also, we do need a backup tight end. The speed at tight end in the 1st to 2nd round range is ridiculous. Brett Goodman is good enough to probably be taken in the 1st round. Not a guy that I'll probably take because Faulkner is really good and he's been very dependable, hasn't really been injured. Watch, I've just jinxed it. But there is some very fast tight ends who are all like 6'6" as well. Josh Bacon is like the worst of the bunch, and he's still insanely fast too. Really wish one of these guys would have been like a 3rd rounder. Maybe Randy Wise is that guy, 6'6". Excel isn't great. Speed is. I don't know if he's really worth taking, but maybe anyone later. 4.59 kind of jumps off the page a little bit. Gains. Good speed. I mean, as a UDFA, he'll make the list, but I'm not really feeling it too much. We also had a couple of speedy wide receivers near the end there. 4.28, a 4.33. The 4.28 actually was a little weird as Excel wasn't great, but let's take a look now at the linemen. Should be pretty easy to see with attributes, who is good, who is bad, and take an idea from there. Problem is, once you get into those day 3s, it is misleading. You see a bunch of really good pass block ratings. Who knows how good of a player he is? The bench press reps usually going to give you a pretty good idea. So Jonathan Ray probably not going to be a guy that we're going to be putting much of our eggs into the basket of. Whereas obviously round 1 Nix looks amazing. Sean Nix, definitely worth it if you were going to go with a tackle that high, which we probably won't. But I'll put him on my board. Why not? And then guard, this is usually where we make our money. This is where, as a scout, we make our money. The guard position, I can just straight up argue that those 3 are going to be good. Hilton, I regret a little bit, though. I have some cautions, too. Seems like a finesse guy rather than a pass or run block guy, so I would say he's actually a good finesse player. And then we move over to Charlie Bundy, who looks like a base block guy. More of a pass block guy in general, but base block of A for pass blocking is really good. You're just not going to get good run blockers often in these draft classes. Dion Long, who is, athleticism ratings are a little weak. I wouldn't really, put a lot into this guy, but if, we needed a lineman and he's the last guy there, maybe that's a position we go for. And then, of course, we do have the 23-year-old Spencer, who is a good player. It's just, I don't like 23, but yeah, I'll put him on my board. Why not? Then we move over to center. Not going 1st rounders, because, our offensive line is pretty good, so why would I do it? This guy looks amazing, though. Ryan Myers, 6'3", 34 reps. Very good pass blocker, smart player, solid player in general. Drew now, let's take a look at Kevin Drew. Pretty athletic, good pass blocker yet again, good finesse blocker in general. And then we have Mr. Ben Marshall, 23 years old, really athletic. He's got a bunch of A's, more of a finesse blocker. He's got an okay pass block, though. Very good impact block, solid player. What about these two players as well, though? Not really liking them. Then we look at the right guard position. Pretty raw on the top two here. This guy looks fair enough, though. Mr. Michael Golston, A impact block, B for the pass block. Really athletic, and then has a bunch of B's and A's in the main pass block ratings. So good player there, it seems. Then we have the right tackle position that looks actually pretty good itself. I don't think that guy's truly a top 5, though, but looks good. Darren Verdon's got B's across the board for the most part. Round 1, I really don't like round 1 linemen at all, but if you want like a true tackle, not a bad option. Then you have a 6'8" Schaub who has 40 reps. This guy could be a little bit of a gem. He's got really good pass block, power blocking. I'm going to scout Schaub a little bit further, I think, because that guy looks like he might be special. Tall as hell as well, which is super fun. So I think we have our board intact. A little weak on the defensive tackle, kind of interior D-line, but that's not really a position we're necessarily weak at. It's just a position that I wouldn't have hated to go for. Let's take a look at this mock draft while we're here as well. Never mind. Forget it. Never mind. But let's head on into the private workouts, if you will, and take a look at some of the guys. That slower edge rusher, but he has good speed. Definitely the tackle there. And we have Roberson, ironically enough, they want trade offers for. And then I'm not sure the last guy, actually, but definitely the two we mentioned. Was it Tap? No, it wasn't Tap. It was a right out. It was Rudd. A.J. Rudd. Got a lot of players on our board here. A.J. Rudd, Schaub, and then I don't know who the last guy is that we want to look at. Do we consider Bacon on the list? Wise? I don't really know if I need Wise. I'll put Wise on the board. Those are going to be our 3, I think. I think those are our 3. Do we get to see them right now, though? That's the question. That is the question we've got. I don't think so. Usually you have to wait for that stuff, right? Walker, round 1. I don't think I've seen him at all, so probably going to have to wait, unfortunately. But let's move on. Let's move on to the actual draft. We're going to be very slow to start, though, because we do have we have extra picks. We have 2 second-round picks, 2 third-round picks, I believe. So we could move up if we really wanted to. All right, so we do see that A.J. Rudd is a round 1 or 2 projected player. Not the fastest. Really good power move, really good block shed, really good awareness. Don't know what that 40 time is. A good speed at an outside linebacker position, I would say, is a 4.67. 4.67 is probably about an 83 or an 84. I can live with an even 82 to 84 range. This guy might be a guy that I just wait on. Instead of trading up for these edge rushers, I might wait on them. We've got a couple of options here that I'm kind of looking at that maybe I'd still be willing to take, even though they're 2 to 3s, could be low 70s with hidden. That's all that matters, right? This guy right here, this guy right here, this guy right here, this guy right here could all be normal dev. They might be really good overalls, but they might be all normal dev. So I'm not going to completely just disregard, 2 to 3s. Middleton, obviously, we definitely want to grab. What about the tackle? What about the tight end? Tight end, I would say, is probably going to be a 1 to 2. 2 to 3, okay. 2 to 3 is good. And then, like I said, Schaub looked like a gem. We're going to be looking to take him around pick 10 in the second round, I think. Definitely looked like a gem all the way. And honestly, with Onwenu, the way he's played, even though he's a good overall, could you see a trade? Maybe. Let's go to the draft. Let's start it up. And I'm not sure what the hell is happening here. Yeah, I think it's just glitched out because the Rams are at 31, even though it says they're 32. I'm going to trade with the Rams. I don't think I don't know what happened. Something glitched out, but that's fine. We'll just go to 32 or 31. That's okay. We don't deserve this pick, and the Rams don't deserve that pick, in fairness, but still, it's a little more realistic. It says we're at the 32 slot now, but you can see here, it's saying we're actually at the 31, so I really don't know, but I can sleep soundly tonight knowing that I did the right thing. Okay, that really doesn't. I don't care, but I just want to make it as realistic as possible because that is Not what should happen. Middle linebacker number 3 overall to the Falcons. We're going to have to take a look at this guy because this guy seems to be Shamir Wilder. He is wild as hell. Did not want to do that. Couple of linemen go. 4 edge rushers, I believe, actually went. And as you can see here, we're kind of down to like Perry Reeves, who's not really an edge rusher. You know, he's not even close to an edge rusher. He's definitely interior. Little undersized at that. 6'5", 285 is, you know, it's pretty slender, to be honest. But let's go to... Oh, we also have Trap here. I think we're going to go to 20. Trap looks pretty good, but I don't think he's as good as Rudd. I'm going to go to 20 and trade up. I'll do a 4th next year. So our trade-up options are actually a lot worse than I thought. We're losing Virgil on top of it here. He's come in. He's made some plays for us. Hopefully we grab a decent freaking wide receiver in this class. This is a really, like, just not a trade I want to do. But we kind of have no choice. We're invested. We want this edge rusher. We trade all of this to move up to 20. Pick 12, I'm hoping, is good enough for that tackle as well. I don't want to move up any higher there, I don't think. I think A.J. Rudd is the risk I'm willing to take. He's a really high overall player. He's a bit slow. A little slow, but I like him enough to take this risk. He looks ridiculously talented. Please don't let me down. Be hidden, Dev. Please. 43 true. That is the worst thing I could ever have thought. I thought with those key ratings, he was going to be A's. You know, he's going to be like top 10. This could be a bad pick. But he's hidden. There you go. 83 speed, 85 excel. I didn't think the excel would be that high now. But I figured 82 to 84 speed. That is a good pick. I'm happy with it. About to be really disappointed if Schaub's gone. Please don't. No way! Schaub went 1 pick before us. That is devastating. That is genuinely devastating. Wow. That really sucks. Now I'm mindlessly wandering because I don't know who to take. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. How are we that unlucky? I don't even need a tight end that bad, but I'm half tempted to just take Bacon in the 2nd round here. 6'4", 22, super fast. Is he not worth it? I'm taking Josh Bacon. I'm taking a playmaker in the 1st round. Or 2nd round anyways, 2nd pick. Josh Bacon, 15 true. Also hit an 89 speed, 91 excel. Is there an argument to be made that maybe it was a blessing in disguise? If we got Schaub there, 0 chance we're going Bacon. 0. There's no chance. So Bacon is a good pick. Just super disappointed about Schaub. I got to take a look at him after this. Praying for normal. Praying for his downfall. We also do have quarterbacks here. Not a huge positional need, but if the right guy is there, which this guy looks good. I don't know if he looks great, though. But yeah, it is a need where, you know, we really didn't do well this year for backup. And backup quarterback, you know, our quarterback going down, Drake May, that is the one thing that could derail the next season. Everything else, I think we have backups for. I really like Falk. Damn, I don't know if I take a quarterback in the 2nd round, though. That is really high. We have a couple of 4th round picks. I don't need O-line, but I like to take some. I think we're going to trade down and just take best available lineman. And then if that quarterback sticks around, I might have to go for him. Not my favorite trade, but it's putting me in a position that I don't hate. So 76 this with a 5th round pick. I'll take that 5th round pick. Why not? See what the Saints take. Hopefully it's someone good. Leach, I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm going to be going on a limb and say that our players are going to be there at 12. There's going to be somebody. I definitely counted off the top of my head enough players to be there for me to be happy. So let's take a look at what we got. We got a lot of linebackers, which is, you know, one of the positions I was thinking, okay, yeah, we're going to have some of those available. Running backs, got a couple of guys I really want. Brown, but we're running out of picks very rapidly. We still have more O-line. If I can trade back even more, I might. 84, but I'm not really gaining much from it. But I'll do it. It's 8 picks back to gain a 6 in the 7th, even if the 6 isn't anywhere near here. Once again, moving on to 20, I think there's enough players there for me to be like, hey, there's going to be somebody. There's going to be at least somebody. Maybe not the O-line, unfortunately, but there's going to be somebody. Got some linebackers. O-line, are they all gone? We still have a few. I'm a little surprised that there's still this many. Was Kevin Drew the guy? No, it was Myers we thought was really good. I might just make the executive decision to just take Myers right away here. Ryan Myers, 6'3". I don't like the box that his frame puts him in. He's basically interior, basically a center. I think Myers is the best of the bunch here, though. Linebacker wouldn't hurt, but I think we could go to UDFA with Cole Allen. You got Bunk that doesn't even play, so don't really need that position either. I'm going to go Ryan Myers. That's going to be my choice. The clock expired. What? Trade again, I guess. I'm getting 96 off the Raiders, so maybe this is actually not a bad trade. I'm probably going to lose Myers here, but the game wouldn't let me even select anyways, so it's kind of irrelevant, right? Sorry, Torres, but you got to get traded, unfortunately. Don't be mad. 3rd and a 7th this, and a 6th next to land this 3rd-round pick, which I believe is going to be Myers. Is the quarterback still there, though? Is it Richard Falk we were looking at? If Richard Falk's still here, dude, I'm taking Richard Falk. A lineman we don't even need. Quarterback, if, 73. If Drake May goes down, we have nobody. Normal dev, but look at that. 92 throw power, 91 speed, 88 excel, 94 change of direction. This is a solid-looking player. It's probably going to be low 70, high 60s, but we've got ourselves a backup if bad things happen, I traded 114 and 148 to move up to 95. I don't know if that was an overtrade, but they did not hesitate with that pick at all. They were chilling. They're like, yeah, we'll take that. Thank you. With this one, though, I really wish we could add a little bit more DBs, but I do really like Myers, who's still here. Ryan Myers, 22 years old. Add some depth to the O-line. 14 true. Hidden dev still there. What a pick. And honestly, I might trade up here with the Panthers as well for that running back. I don't even need the running back, but he looks really good. I really don't want to give him another 7th. I mean, do you just want one of these guys? You need yourself a long snapper? All right, there you go. I mean, it was literally like they would have taken a 10th round pick, and there is no 10th round. So our next pick is going to be in the 5th round. But even then, still can get Middleton with that pick, I imagine. Well, like I said, love to add some wide receivers, though. So our draft isn't done, even though we're going to take Justin Brown here. But could see a trade of somebody. I don't know. Justin Brown, I like the value so much. And with that pick, we have 153 true, normal dev, but 94 speed. 94 speed, 92 excel. That's really what kind of drew us to him. So don't blame me. But I think this pick is going to go to Middleton. Don't even need edge, but the value is there. 2 to 3 true, fast enough. Good power move, good tackle. Give me that hidden. 75 true, normal. Wow, that kind of sucks, but he is obviously going to be a good player with that true talent grade. Wide receiver could be gone, but let's go to next round anyways. Next round, and then if there's still a wide receiver there, we're going to trade up. Caleb Brooks on his own is probably worth that. Yeah, I was about to say, we'll take it. I don't want to lose Brooks, but I also kind of want to go with another corner at some point here anyways. Call me crazy, but should I not just take Farrow since we just lost Brooks? I want someone young. I want someone new. Matthew Farrow, I think, is going to be our guy. 169 true, normal dev, 92 speed, 92 excel. I like the build at 6 foot. Maybe a little dumb because we just traded off Brooks to get him, basically. But a 32 and the 6, Cumberland's definitely going to be gone. But if he's not, which, unless I'm missing something, I don't think he is. That'll be who we take with this pick. I can't believe he's still here. Cumberland's the guy. Jamal Cumberland, we get a tall replacement for Virgil. 166 true, 91 speed, 90 excel, 90 jump, 6'5". And then the final trade up to the Giants for that speedy wide receiver. Didn't really kill our future that much either, though. I will say, we're kind of screwed here with, the later picks. But we have 1, 2, 3, 5. That's not bad. We have, no depth at edge, so we can't really trade anyone there. We obviously have some players coming in now, but as far as, right now to trade, can't. There you go. Pounds in a 6th round, way in the future. We still kept the near future intact. We didn't cheese it hard. And we were able to grab a really good bunch of players. Quincy Peel, a little bit of a weird speed guy, but still going to be good enough for me to take. Quincy Peel, he is a true talent, 277, and he really ain't that fast. Oof, that could be a guy we just straight up release. I won't lie to you. But that's going to be the end of the draft. Let's take a look at our overalls. Take a look at some of the players we missed on. We definitely need to see the tackle from the Bengals, without a doubt. But you can see here we have $4 million left. Definitely going to release a couple players in there as well. Overalls, not bad. I really want to see those devs, but I can't. It would be unfair. Falk was a 72 overall, though. This is a really good player, and not only that, but it's going to be fun to use him in preseason. Will say, ironically enough, his injury and toughness aren't the best ratings, but very good stamina, has a tight spiral, has an ideal sense of pressure, and of course has that 91 speed. This is a really good quarterback, and when we get those quarterback ratings, I think we have the +2 to speed with this offensive coordinator. He'll be a 93 speed quarterback. That is a good pick. We got ourselves a Milton replacement who's probably even better than Milton. Definitely has a higher ceiling than Milton. There's going to be teams in this league that drafted worse than us at quarterback, and we didn't even need one. Mr. Rudd, 80 power move, 78 block shed. Wow. Of course, injury, stamina, toughness on the weaker side, which is just like, come on, dude, why? But very interesting to say the least. We're not going to look at his ratings, but we're going to put him at left end. Like the name a little bit, so let me know what you guys think of some of these names. AJ Rudd's cool. Josh Bacon, I don't know, 6'4". Not very good at route running, but 65 across the board. Not very good at run blocking, but my tight ends, I don't care too much to block. I just kind of care more about, well, I actually do kind of care off that backside, but I do care about that athleticism the most. But he does look really good. Break tackle is pretty mid, but 68 trucking I've seen do some things. Number 81 is definitely a number. It's definitely a move. What about the center? Ryan Myers, 75 overall, really high overall, really good pass blocker. Don't know where the hell you put this guy because we don't really need O-line, but when you got value, take value. What about the rest of this class? We're going to see some drop-offs. Oh, Brown was worse than I thought. Justin Brown is a 68 overall. I expected way better than that. This is definitely one of our bad picks, but then, end of the day, it was the end of the first round. 5'11", 211. Good juke move, solid athleticism ratings, not the best break tackle guy. Could be a front runner for return man, though. Super fast. He's a running back, so you expect him to be able to take a hit. Then we have the edge, Mr. Lance Middleton, 6 foot tall, 255. Really good power move, no block shed. Worse athleticism than we thought he was going to be. Has finesse-style traits while being a power pass rusher. Very interesting injury, stamina, toughness, though, because it's really high. Very weird build. Not as good as we were hoping he would be. Then we have Matthew Farrow, who's a 67 overall. Pretty raw, but not insanely athletic, but athletic. 92 is really good. Then we move over to the wide receiver, Cumberland. Jamal Cumberland, 67 overall. Really good jumping, solid spec, solid catch in traffic. Regular catching's a little iffy. Injury and toughness aren't the best. Got a little bit of stiff arm in there, a little bit of juke move. He's a guy that's 6'5", He's got some potential there because of it. And then we have the final guy, Peel, who honestly I'm looking to just release potentially here. What's his juke move's only 73. His return man's not that good. Unfortunately, Mr. Peel is on his way out. But now we move on to the rest of the draft class, see where everyone went. So we have Walker, who's a 76 overall. Normal, like we just said. If that guy was in our range, we might have traded up for him. His true talent was telling me, hey, he's pretty good, not bad, right? But no, he sucks. Wilder, I never thought was going to be good, but he was in development trait. 82 finesse. These guys are on the slower side, so it's surprising to see them be anything decent. He is a star dev player. I wish we could see our edge, but probably not going to be able to do that. I really don't know what to do, though. Because, yes, we drafted a first-round lineman or pass rusher, but he's less safe injury-wise than freaking Uche is, and that's saying something because Uche has been injured 24/7. Clayton at star, but once if Rudd's superstar plus, getting those abilities in would be huge. We'll probably have him focused on the training camp stuff. Shamir Wilder, no. We just looked at Sean Little. Probably going to be a big dude, isn't he? Nope, 6'5", 253. So this was the year to draft an edge rusher. Glad this was the year we did one as well. 6'3" for our guys. He's tall enough, I think. Another star dev edge. Trap is an interesting guy, 74 overall. Hidden dev, I really thought this was going to be normal. Really solid player, 80 finesse, 82 speed is good enough for sure. 79 speed is good enough, so 82 is definitely more than enough. Another star dev player. Titans landed themselves a decent player. Round 1, in that round 1 slot. Another edge, Perry Reeves, 285, 6'5". Good block shedder. Will they actually put him at DT? I don't know, but the Bengals constantly looking at all the players we are looking at. Not that I would have taken him, but maybe would have taken him. Do want to take a look at small as well. Ooh, Alexander. Sean Nix, the 74 overall. What is he looking like? 6'7", hidden. Really good pass blocker. Hoping for a superstar for him. I don't know why. I just want him to be a superstar. Just a star. Just a regular star. A regular little old star. And then Alexander, he was definitely one of the guys I was looking at pretty hard. Another hidden. Part of me wishes I could just turn on a setting that would just show me the dev from the main screen and just hide my own players. Superstar, the first, like, truly good player that we've seen. You know, Star is great, but Superstar is, like, next level. Anyone else? The tight ends, some of them weren't as good as I thought. I mean, I guess our guy was pretty damn fast, but I thought there was going to be way faster than our tight end. I thought our guy was going to be, like, 1 or 2 speeds slower than some of these guys. Star dev, we have no idea what our guy is. He could be Superstar, he could be an X Factor for all we know. Could even steal the job from Faulkner, potentially. I doubt it, but you never know. He is ridiculously athletic. Joe Small, hidden dev, 6'4". I mean, if I need a wide receiver, this guy would have been number 1 every day of the week. No aggressive catch. Really good injury, though. Solid spec. Really good catching in general. Wonder what his dev is going to be. He is the dev of Star. And then there might have been a couple of other guys, like Hookland, I suppose. Daniel Hookland, 6'6". The main tight ends we were looking at is the 2 that we just looked at, and then obviously the guy we took. I guess I do want to take a look at the guy we could have waited on as well, because the guy we just did take, we took him pretty high, but the value seems to be there. You know, fast, 6'4" is fine, and hidden dev, which is great. Quarterbacks, let's actually take a look at the quarterbacks. Cade Miller, hidden dev, 6'4", not very fast, but a true pocket passer is kind of what the Falcons were looking with. Kirk Cousins, but obviously this guy's got a lot more throw power. Star dev. Let's go back to that first round and see if there's any QBs in there. QBs seem to fall pretty hard, so yeah, it doesn't surprise me that he was the first one off the board. Oh, the second one off the board, as one pick before them went Garrison, who's definitely a lot more athletic and just in general a much better player. That is a misstep. The team right behind him could have had this guy instead. The Broncos yoinked it. Let's go to the second round legit now. It might have been another quarterback in there. Stamper, 77 overall, 92. Don't care too much about the devs of some of these other players. Gonna probably skip out on those devs. Really hoping the Bengals guy is normal dev, though. Really hoping. Here he is, Schaub, 75 over normal, please. I knew it, dude. Something's telling me Superstar, and we could have had 2 Superstar tackles. This would suck, dude. Please just be Star. Yes. Okay, Star dev, but he's great. He's really good. He's a 6'8" dude. Really curious to see what our tight end Bacon is, but yeah, he's really athletic. So, I mean, you could argue that Bacon was the better pick. So, maybe the Bengals saved us. Once again, there was no chance in how we were taking both. David John, unless the tight end fell to that second round pick we had. Normal dev for Jackson, but he's good. 94 throw power for like everybody. Everybody's 94. You get 90. You know, it's just like every single player here. Hightower, another tall guy, so we'll take a look at him. Hidden dev, 89 speed, 88 excel. If this isn't Kelvin Benjamin, I don't know who the hell is. He's a little bit on the like skinnier side, but that's Kelvin Benjamin, dude. It is. I'm sorry. I know you got the Buccaneers, and you're like, oh, it's Mike Evans. No, it's Kelvin. I'm telling you. It's Kelvin Benjamin. Anyone else? Third round, we probably had a couple of names. Bass, I don't really care too much. Our quarterback was pretty good. And then where's that tight end? Can't remember his name. And there he is, Randy Wise, 86 speed, normal dev, a fraction of how good our guy was. Of course, a better run blocker, though, so if we don't actually use our guy in the pass game that much, Wise was technically the better player, because not only was he more than a round later, but he is 4 better at run blocking. So I think our guy is technically better, but once again, if we don't utilize him enough through the air, that guy was technically better because we definitely will utilize him in the block game. There's no question about it. Golston, another guy we could have had, we passed on. I don't think there's anyone else, though. I think we kind of crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, and all that stuff with all of the looks we've got here. Pretty damn sure. I guess Redmond in the second round, that's where he went, right? Redmond was staring right in my eyes, and I just didn't take him. Hidden dev, 6'5", 82 finesse, really athletic as well. If he's not higher than Star, though, I don't really care too much. I just simply don't. There you go. Fair enough. There's also a third rounder, though. I can't remember his name. Was it Brown? Demetrius Brown? It might have been. It very well could have been. I think it was. 73 block shed, 78 finesse. I just kind of ignored that position because we have enough players as is. Star dev. Should have maybe went for one. Oh, the linebacker. I wonder if he actually went UDFA. Can I sort by speed? He would have been in the 90s or close to it. He might have just went UDFA because he should have been a lot faster than, like, even 87 would be low for him, I think. He might have been a UDFA. We'll maybe get to see him here in a moment. think he was a right outside linebacker. Let's go to the preseason one. Maybe we even do the training camp here real quick. I might edit this first, see what the time is, and then do training camp if it's not too long. Oh, our off-season workouts. Let's do that real quick. Stevenson. Come on, Stevenson. Some of these are misleading. How'd it go? What am I strength? My trainer said my morale had a lot to do. Okay. Okay, please, just +1. I don't ask for much. +1 of speed, getting back into the 90. I'm a team player, so I had to push myself for everyone. Please, 1 speed. No! I mean, it's cool, but like, I swear that one's glitch. You never actually get speed, but I'm not going to do anything because maybe that is, they're like, hey, we're enticing with speed. We're not going to give it to you. +3 to agility puts him at 86. Wow, that sucks. Okay, I mean, at some point, though, because of the 6,000 XP, he might have an extra upgrade point. Also, we're going to put him focus on the running back stuff, so he will guarantee an upgrade point. But fair enough. I wish all the morale was gone, though, because I don't really want to see upgrades and ratings that just don't exist, unless that is new morale, which it could be. It could actually be morale from, like, this off-season. Or is it just because we have the new coordinator that's really good? I don't even know. Connor Williams is still here, which is obviously awesome. Do we put Mekhi Becton back at right tackle since we have Hamilton and Myers on the inside? Probably, right? Edge looks great. DT. Linebacker, we need a new guy. Corner, we got weaker at corner, but we already had Arnett. We have Farrow now. Safeties, definitely need a new safety. Don't know how much money we have, though. It sucks. It's like we should be signing enough players to fill out that 75, but we kind of know who we want to use, right? Vita Vea. He's definitely not going to be superstar like he used to be, but Vita Vea is a crazy name. We have 12 mil. I don't know if, well, actually 18 mil. I don't know if I want to spend that, or is that factored in? I don't know. Let's take a look at that linebacker. Hopefully he's still here. Was this him? It was Cole Allen, wasn't it? Cole Allen, normal dev. It was 18 mil. Nice. Don't know what that change direction is. It's got to be decent for me to be like, okay, this guy sucks, but I want to use him. Not maybe use him, but put him on my list. Of course, they're not going to show it. I mean, I'll put him on my board right now, or not my board, my team. Get rid of him if we don't want him. Any other speedies? Isaiah Simmons is there? Why would you ever allow me to have Isaiah Simmons? That's insane. That is the depth of all depths. Put him at safety if I had to. That is a mistake. Giving us Isaiah Simmons is a mistake. We just got better. This is one of those things you see on the news. Like, hey, the Patriots are bringing in Isaiah Simmons. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You allowed them to have a guy that they can maybe move around, do something special with? You're insane. And I'm surprised this guy's not actually a pass rusher. Boyle is just a dude. But yeah, I think even just that is enough. Right? I don't think we need any more. We could go with someone else for speed, but I think that's fine. I think those 5 linebackers will definitely get the job done. Our linebackers are really, I know I'm going to jinx it now, they're really durable. That's all I can really say about that. Speed, Alante Taylor, Pritchett. I kind of want to go with like a veteran. We need a mentor if we can. Sutton. Kenny Moore. I like Kenny Moore quite a bit here. Taron Johnson's still here, though. I mean, why would I go Kenny Moore if they're both like the same price? Kind of need that. Now, Taron Johnson can play slot as well. We're going to be really up against it here, I think, but I want to build another, solid-looking roster. I don't know why I would do anything other than it. We need another safety as well. Percy Butler is slower than I thought he was going to be here, to be honest. Xavier Adams Edmonds, another, classic, if you will. What about Jeremy Chin, another classic? 69 for him. Terrell Edmonds has got that value. He's always got that value, to be fair. He's never not had that value. Quarterback, we don't really need anybody, but maybe a mentor to kind of teach up the backup that we got. Winston, damn, he is so low of an overall. Garner Minshew, Mike White. It'd be nice to get a mentor quarterback that's at least, there you go, Sam Darnold, somebody in the, okay ratings. Yeah, Sam Darnold, if he had a start, I could live with it. I could live with a Sammy D. Don't need a running back. Ooh, Estime. He's slow, but he is a fun power back. Don't think he's even to be that good of a power back. I can't believe how young he is, though. 24 years old. Would he start at 20? Brother is young. That is a young man. Aaron Jones. Ooh. Really cheap as a mentor as well. I like Aaron Jones. He's normal dev, but still surprisingly fast enough. Good receiving back as well. Be nice to also get a mentor at wide receiver. I don't know if we're going to find one there. Amari Cooper, a little bit on the slower side for my liking, though. Calvin Ridley, not on the slower side. And then I think Mike Williams is the best here. Teach up some of these jump ball guys we got. Is a jump ball guy as himself in general, so definitely could see him if he needs to come in on a Hail Mary or something. Could provide value there. Left guard is not young, so there's no point in doing that. I would like a mentor left tackle. These guys are a little bit on the expensive side, sort of. What is Stanley's injury? He's probably going to be a little bad, right? Yeah, I can't do that. We'll do Deion Dawkins. We're broke as hell, but, we're going to have to get rid of some of these players anyways. We're up to 62 players. We're going to say that we got our cuts in early. Let's go DT. Mentor, I don't think is going to happen. DeForest Buckner's great, but we're really up against it right now. I'd rather go like Jaron Reed. Yeah, we could afford him, actually. Do you go DeForest? How much is Vita Vea 6? That's like the whole damn schwack. Buckner, though, we could afford. What is he looking like? Ooh, he is so raw. Whatever. DeForest Buckner, and then the final player. Did we actually get a mentor middle? We got Isaiah. Let's go with a left end. Any left end? I guess Hubbard's sort of an edge. Not even sort of, he is. 2.65. So now we have no money. We're at 64 players, though, so we have a roster. We have another media availability, but yeah, the video is about a little longer than I was hoping it would be as is, so we're going to do the training camp in the preseason episode, which will be next, which, if we hit 300 likes by tomorrow, we will actually have tomorrow. If not, probably on Saturday. But let's take a look at the last few months, blah, blah, blah. Which position do you feel like, what? I don't even know what the hell they're talking about here. Oh, crap. What was it? What overall were we? Crap, I can't remember what the overall of everybody was. I'm really trying to think here. I'm struggling. Rudd wasn't a 75, was he? He's also a first rounder. Secondary, pass rusher, DT. I actually can't remember, dude. I'm just going to go with Rudd. Is he a left end? Left end 1? Nah, whatever. Who cares? Your morale is down by 10. Yay. Glad I clicked that one. That's fun. But, yeah, we have a potential projected starting lineup. It's obviously the preseason. We'll see what happens. Some positions are locked in stone, where the other ones is up for grabs. Offensively, everything's pretty much locked in, though. We have some name changes, maybe some number changes we'll have to get into. But, yeah, this is what the offensive line is going to look like. This is what the receivers are going to look like. This is all, how everything is set to look as the season rolls on. But preseason is still preseason. Rudd is the starting left end, but I have no idea if we're actually going to, start him or not. Going to give him the start for preseason, I think, and then we'll see how he plays. He plays well, maybe he starts over Uche, but as of right now, I cannot confirm or deny any allegations here. And then Warmack, of course, his dev regressed down from superstar to star, which is pretty hilarious because he actually just gained it in the offseason. So, once again, proof that dev regression is just brokenly stupid. He has extra pop, though. I don't know if that's what he had before, but hey, not bad. Anyways, that's pretty much going to be it for this one. If you guys did enjoy, you do want to see the preseason tomorrow, maybe leave a like. 300 likes will do it. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate continued support here on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays for non-Madden content. Been playing Indiana Jones lately. May even have an Indiana Jones episode up tonight. A bit of a long one there, too, so be on the lookout for that. Maybe subscribe over there. It'd mean a ton to me. Anyways, though, if we don't hit the 300 likes, we'll have a rebuild tomorrow. I'm not even sure what team yet, but all of that will be, for the next couple of days. A lot of content left to go. Happy New Year once again. And hope we come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. I kind of wanted to hit it with you quick, see ya, and then I went with a yeah. But anyways, once again, as always, shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. If you're out there wanting to become a member and you don't know how, you click the join button, which is next to the subscribe button. All the details will be in there. Once again, we're getting closer and closer to the next members only exclusive rebuild, which will be on the 15th. Still haven't really decided what we're going to do there. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Regardless, appreciate y'all, member or not, for watching this video. And until next one, see ya!